If your cat walked past their water bowl today, their kidneys might already be in trouble. What I'm about to show you is happening in vet clinics across the world right now. Cats with organ failure, and their owners had no idea anything was wrong. These mistakes are so common, so silent, that by the time symptoms appear, it's often too late. But you're here. And that means you're about to learn something that could save your cat's life. Stay with me, because that last habit? It's the one most owners completely miss, and vets say it's destroying more cats than anything else on this list. Let me tell you about Luna. She was a beautiful 7-year-old tabby who loved curling up on her owner Sarah's lap every night. Sarah did everything right, or so she thought. Premium food. Regular vet visits. Clean litter box. But one morning, Luna stopped eating. Within 48 hours, she was at the emergency vet, struggling to breathe. The diagnosis? Advanced kidney disease. The vet looked at Sarah and said 5 words that broke her heart: "We should have caught this." Luna had been silently suffering for months. And the cause? A mistake so common, so overlooked, that 60% of cat owners are making it right now. Sarah's story doesn't have to be yours. Today, I'm sharing 6 habits that veterinarians are begging cat owners to stop, because they're silently destroying your cat's organs. And that last one? It's the one vets say is the biggest killer. If you're watching this right now, you already care more than most. So let's make sure your cat lives a long, healthy, happy life. Let's begin. 1. Only filling their water bowl once a day. You might think, my cat has water, what's the problem? But here's the truth, that bowl you filled this morning is now a bacteria trap. And your cat knows it. Cats are desert animals by nature. Their bodies evolved to get moisture from prey, not from standing water. They have an incredibly low thirst drive. When water sits for hours, it becomes stale. Dust settles. Saliva accumulates. Dead skin cells float on the surface. Your cat can smell all of this. So they avoid it. And here's what's happening inside their body while that bowl sits untouched. Their kidneys are desperately trying to concentrate their urine to preserve every drop of moisture. Toxins that should be flushed out are building up. Crystals are forming in their bladder. Their blood is becoming thicker, harder to pump. Their organs are working overtime just to survive. Think about this: when was the last time you drank water that had been sitting out for 12 hours? You wouldn't. Neither will your cat. But unlike you, they can't turn on a tap. They're completely dependent on you. A single water bowl changed once a day is setting your cat up for chronic dehydration. And chronic dehydration leads to kidney disease, urinary blockages, and organ failure. It's not dramatic. It's not sudden. It's a slow, silent decline that happens over months and years. Here's what changes everything: multiple water sources throughout your home. Fresh water twice daily, minimum. Cat fountains with flowing water that mimic streams. Wide, shallow bowls so their whiskers don't touch the sides. Place them away from food. Cats instinctively avoid drinking near where they eat. This isn't about convenience. This is about survival. Your cat's kidneys are filtering toxins every single second. Give them the hydration they need to do their job. 2. Free feeding dry food all day. That bowl of kibble sitting out right now? It's triggering an insulin response in your cat's body every time they walk past it. And it's destroying their organs from the inside. Here's what most people don't understand. Cats are obligate carnivores. Their bodies are designed to process meat, not carbohydrates. Dry food is packed with fillers: corn, wheat, rice. Things your cat's body was never meant to digest in large quantities. When you free feed, your cat's blood sugar is constantly spiking and crashing. Their pancreas is releasing insulin all day long, never getting a break. Over time, their cells become resistant to insulin. That's type 2 diabetes. And once your cat is diabetic, you're looking at daily injections for the rest of their life. But diabetes isn't even the worst part. When cats overeat carbohydrates, their liver starts storing fat. It's called hepatic lipidosis, and it can happen shockingly fast. If your cat stops eating for just 2 to 3 days, maybe from stress, maybe from illness, that stored fat floods their liver. Their liver can't process it. And suddenly you're facing liver failure. Think about wild cats. They hunt. They eat. They fast. Their bodies are designed for feast and famine, not constant grazing. When food is always available, they lose their natural feeding rhythm. They eat out of boredom. They eat for comfort. They eat because the food is there. And here's something that will shock you: most dry food contains 30 to 50% carbohydrates. Your cat needs less than 5%. Every bowl of kibble you leave out is overloading their system with glucose their body can't properly process. The solution is scheduled feeding. 2 meals a day, measured portions. High protein, low carb food, ideally wet food with real meat as the first ingredient. When you control portions and timing, you're mimicking their natural eating pattern. Their metabolism stabilizes. Their organs stop working in crisis mode. Your cat's pancreas, liver, and kidneys are not designed for constant food access. They need rest. They need rhythm. Give them that. 3. Ignoring dental health. Open your cat's mouth right now. Look at their gums. Are they red, swollen, bleeding? If you don't know, that's already a problem. By age 3, 70% of cats have periodontal disease. And it's not staying in their mouth. Every time your cat swallows, they're sending bacteria directly into their bloodstream. That bacteria travels to their heart, their kidneys, their liver. It's called bacteremia, and it's an invisible infection attacking their organs 24/7. Here's what's happening. Plaque builds up on teeth. It hardens into tartar. Gums become inflamed and start pulling away from teeth, creating pockets. Bacteria thrive in those pockets. And with every heartbeat, that bacteria is pumped throughout their entire body. Your cat's immune system is constantly fighting this infection. Their organs are constantly filtering this bacteria. It's exhausting their body, weakening their defenses, and setting them up for heart disease and kidney failure. The scary part? Your cat won't show pain. Cats are hardwired to hide weakness. They'll keep eating even with broken teeth, infected gums, and mouth pain that would have you crying. By the time they stop eating, the damage is severe. Look for these signs: bad breath that smells rotten, drooling more than usual, pawing at their mouth, dropping food, eating on one side, decreased grooming. These are all red flags that their mouth is in trouble. Prevention is simple but non-negotiable. Dental treats that actually scrub teeth. Water additives that break down plaque. Dental-specific dry food with kibble designed to clean. And yes, brushing if your cat will tolerate it, even twice a week, makes a massive difference. Professional dental cleanings when your vet recommends them. I know they require anesthesia. I know they're expensive. But they remove tartar below the gum line where you can't reach. They stop infection before it spreads. Your cat's mouth is the gateway to their entire body. Bacteria doesn't stay localized. It spreads. And once it reaches vital organs, the damage is often irreversible. 4. Skipping yearly vet checkups because my cat seems fine. Your cat is eating, playing, using the litter box. So they're healthy, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. Cats are masters of deception. It's survival instinct from their wild ancestors. Showing weakness meant becoming prey. So they hide illness until they physically can't anymore. And by then, it's often too late. Here's the reality: your cat could have early kidney disease right now and you'd never know. Their kidneys can lose up to 75% of function before you see any symptoms. 3/4. By the time they stop eating or start vomiting, the damage is catastrophic. Same with hyperthyroidism. Their thyroid could be overproducing hormones for months, making their heart race, their metabolism spike, their organs work overtime. You might just think they're more active. You might think weight loss is normal for their age. Meanwhile, their heart is enlarging. Their kidneys are failing. Remember Luna from the beginning? Sarah skipped one annual checkup. Just one. A simple blood test would have caught those kidney changes early. Treatment could have started. Dietary changes could have slowed progression. Luna might still be alive. But here's what that annual exam actually does. Blood work catches kidney, liver, and thyroid issues before symptoms appear. Urinalysis detects crystals, protein, and infections. Blood pressure screening identifies hypertension that damages organs. Physical palpation finds tumors when they're still small. Weight tracking catches gradual changes you might miss. Dental assessment stops infection before it spreads. And here's the part people don't realize, cats age faster than us. 1 year for them is roughly 4 to 7 human years depending on their age. Skipping one annual exam is like you skipping doctor visits for 5 years. Senior cats over 7 need checkups every 6 months. Their organ function naturally declines with age. Early detection is everything. A small change in kidney values can be managed with diet. A tumor caught early can be removed. Diabetes diagnosed early can sometimes be controlled without insulin. But you can't detect what you don't look for. Your cat won't tell you they feel off. They won't complain about kidney pain or thyroid symptoms. They'll just keep going until their body gives out. Schedule that appointment. Even if your cat seems perfect. Especially if they're over 7. Blood tests don't lie. And early intervention saves lives. 5. Using essential oils, scented candles, or chemical cleaners around your cat. That lavender diffuser in your bedroom? It's poisoning your cat. That pine-scented cleaner you use on floors? Your cat walks on it, then licks their paws. Toxic exposure. Daily. Here's what makes this so dangerous. Your cat's liver lacks a crucial enzyme called glucuronyltransferase. This enzyme breaks down and eliminates certain compounds. Without it, toxins accumulate in their system. What's harmless to you is potentially lethal to them. Essential oils are concentrated plant compounds. When you diffuse tea tree oil, those molecules land on your cat's fur. They groom themselves. They ingest it. Their liver tries to process it. But it can't. The toxins build up. Liver cells start dying. And suddenly you're facing acute liver failure. Symptoms hit fast. Drooling. Vomiting. Tremors. Difficulty breathing. Lethargy. By the time you see these signs, their liver is already severely damaged. And liver damage in cats is often permanent. But it's not just essential oils. Phenol-based cleaners like Lysol and Pine Sol contain compounds cats can't metabolize. Plug-in air fresheners release constant low-level toxins. Scented litter irritates their respiratory system every time they dig. Fabric softeners leave residue on bedding that transfers to their skin. Think about your cat's daily life. They walk on clean floors. They sleep on washed bedding. They breathe the air you've scented. They groom constantly, ingesting everything that's touched their fur. Every single surface, every product you use, becomes potential exposure. And here's what people don't realize, the dose makes the poison. You might not see immediate symptoms. But chronic low-level exposure causes cumulative damage. Their liver slowly becomes overwhelmed. Their detox system fails. And by the time organ damage shows up in blood work, significant harm is already done. What should you use? White vinegar and water for cleaning. Baking soda for odors. Unscented litter. Fragrance-free laundry detergent. Open windows for fresh air instead of artificial scents. If you must use products, keep your cat in a separate room with ventilation until everything is fully dried and aired out. Your cat's liver is their only defense against toxins. When you overload it with substances they can't process, you're guaranteeing organ damage. It's not about being paranoid. It's about understanding their biology is fundamentally different from yours. 6. Not providing enough mental stimulation and allowing chronic stress. This is the one most people dismiss. My cat has toys, they're fine. But here's what you're missing: chronic stress is killing your cat's organs just as surely as poison. When your cat is stressed or bored, their body floods with cortisol. That's the stress hormone. In short bursts, it's fine. But constant elevated cortisol? It damages every organ system. Their immune function drops. Their digestive system shuts down. Their bladder becomes inflamed. Their kidneys work harder. Their heart rate stays elevated. Vets are seeing an epidemic of stress-related organ disease. Feline idiopathic cystitis, painful bladder inflammation with no infection, just pure stress. Stress-accelerated kidney disease. Stress-triggered inflammatory bowel disease. Overgrooming that leads to skin infections and hair loss. And here's the part that kills me: stressed cats stop eating. When cats don't eat for even 48 to 72 hours, their body starts breaking down fat for energy. But their liver can't process fat that quickly. It accumulates. That's hepatic lipidosis, fatty liver disease. It's life-threatening. And it starts with stress. Think about your cat's environment. Are they in a studio apartment with no vertical space? No windows? No toys? That's sensory deprivation. Cats are hunters. Climbers. Explorers. When they can't express natural behaviors, their stress hormones spike. Do they hear dogs barking constantly? Loud TV? Construction noise? Cats have incredible hearing. Chronic noise is chronic stress. Their nervous system never settles. Their cortisol never drops. Do you have multiple cats sharing one litter box? Competing for food? That's constant territorial stress. In the wild, cats are solitary hunters. Forced proximity without adequate resources creates daily anxiety. Are you gone 12 hours a day with zero enrichment? Your cat is awake, alert, and desperately bored. They pace. They meow. They develop obsessive behaviors. Their stress hormones stay elevated all day. Here's what changes everything: 15 minutes of interactive play. Daily. Non-negotiable. Feather wands. Laser pointers. Toy mice. Anything that triggers their prey drive and lets them hunt. This isn't cute bonding time. This is physiological necessity. Play releases endorphins. Lowers cortisol. Regulates their nervous system. Vertical territory. Cat trees. Wall shelves. High perches. Cats feel safe when they're elevated. It's instinct. When they can survey their territory from above, their stress drops significantly. Environmental enrichment. Puzzle feeders that make them work for food. Rotating toys so there's always something novel. Window perches with bird feeders outside. Cardboard boxes to hide in. Scratching posts to mark territory. Multiple resources if you have multiple cats. Separate litter boxes, one per cat plus one extra. Multiple feeding stations. Multiple water sources. No competition. No stress. Your cat's organs function optimally when they're calm, engaged, and mentally satisfied. When they're stressed, their entire system suffers. Inflammation increases. Immune function drops. Organs work in overdrive trying to maintain balance. This isn't about spoiling your cat. This is about meeting their biological needs so their body can function properly. A stressed cat is a sick cat. A stimulated cat is a healthy cat. So here's where we are. 6 habits. 6 chances to change your cat's life trajectory. Luna didn't get that chance. But your cat can. Right now, I want you to pause this video. Look at your cat. Whether they're sleeping on your bed, watching birds at the window, or purring in your lap. That little soul trusts you completely. They depend on you for everything. And the beautiful truth is, you have the power to give them a long, healthy, pain-free life. These aren't complicated. Fresh water. Proper feeding. Dental care. Yearly checkups. Toxin-free environment. Mental enrichment. 6 simple habits that protect their kidneys, liver, heart, and every precious organ in their body. Sarah told me something after Luna passed. She said, I would give anything for one more day. One more chance to do things differently. You have that chance. Right now. Today. So make me a promise. Pick one habit from this video and implement it this week. Just one. Then build from there. Because your cat's life is worth that small effort. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button. It helps us reach more cat owners who need to hear this. Subscribe so you never miss life-saving content. And comment below, which habit are you changing first? I read every single comment. Thank you for loving your cat enough to watch this. Thank you for being the owner who cares. Your cat is lucky to have you. Now go show them just how much you love them. I'll see you in the next video.